Before the fame, before the chaos, and long before the name Machine Gun Kelly echoed through arenas, there was a boy who lived in the shadows of places few would imagine: Egypt, Kenya. Colson Baker's childhood wasn't defined by stability, but by passports and packed bags, growing up under the watchful eye of a missionary father and the sudden absence of a mother who vanished when he was just 9. Few know that the future rock star once called Nairobi home, or that he wandered Cairo's streets long before he ever stood on stage. His journey from a drifting, misunderstood kid to a global icon is more than a rise to fame. It's a story of survival, secrets, and transformation. And the most surprising chapters? They're the ones still being written. Machine Gun Kelly's romantic life has long held the spotlight, weaving a narrative that's as dramatic and unpredictable as his music. He's been linked to a string of high-profile relationships that have captivated fans and sparked countless headlines. Among the most notable was his relationship with actress Megan Fox. The two first appeared publicly in July 2020, igniting a media frenzy that followed them through every twist and turn. Their chemistry was undeniable, intense, poetic, and raw. They announced their engagement in January 2022, a moment marked by matching tattoos and blood vow declarations, solidifying their status as pop culture's most unconventional power couple. However, their journey has not been without turbulence. Breakup rumors, cryptic social media posts, and whispered reconciliations have defined their rocky path, culminating in a split in November 2024. Despite this, they remain connected through a deeper bond. Their daughter, Saga Blade Fox Baker, born in March 2025, whom they now co-parent. Before Fox, his love life was no less talked about. He shared a brief but headline-grabbing romance with model Amber Rose, one of his first public relationships. Not long after, he was linked to singer Halsey, adding another chapter to his already intriguing dating history. His name has also been romantically associated with actress Kate Beckinsale and singer Noah Cyrus, further reinforcing his reputation as a magnet for attention, both romantic and media-driven. While he no longer parades his relationships as openly, his love life remains a subject of speculation. Whether through cryptic lyrics or fleeting appearances with rumored flames, fans continue to analyze every detail. Even in moments of privacy, the allure of his romantic narrative lingers, an evolving story that mirrors the highs and lows of his own artistic expression. Fatherhood, however, reveals a different side of him, one that contrasts sharply with his wild child persona. He first became a father in July 2009 with the birth of his daughter, Casey Colson Baker, whom he shares with his ex-girlfriend Emma Cannon. Now a teenager, Casey often appears alongside her father at events, their bond evident and unshakable. Through all the noise of fame, tours, and career shifts, he has made it clear that his daughter remains his grounding force. The arrival of his second daughter, Saga, deepened that sense of responsibility and emotional depth. Though his romantic relationship with Megan Fox ended, their shared commitment to raising their daughter remains steadfast. It's a quieter, more intimate chapter of his life, one that plays out away from flashing cameras and red carpets. In both love and fatherhood, Machine Gun Kelly embodies duality. He is the rock star with a heart, the rebel with real responsibilities. Whether facing heartbreak or holding his daughters close, he continues to evolve. Openly, authentically, and unapologetically. It's that raw, unfiltered humanity that keeps audiences invested, watching not just the performances, but the person behind them. Born on April 22, 1990, in Houston, Texas, Machine Gun Kelly, known offstage as Colson Baker, came into the world amid a backdrop of instability and emotional weight. His early life was shaped by both constant movement and deep personal loss. His father, James Colson Baker, a missionary by calling, led the family through a nomadic upbringing, taking them across the globe to places like Egypt, Kenya, and Germany. But beneath the surface of this worldly childhood was a story marked by emotional scars and fractured family ties. At the age of 9, Colson's life took a dramatic turn when his mother left the family. The sudden absence left a void that shaped much of his emotional worldview. Following her departure, He and his father relocated to Denver, where they moved in with his aunt. It was here that the foundation of the man he would become began to take form, through hardship, introspection, and a relentless desire to express himself. Adding to the complexity of his childhood was a haunting chapter from his father's past. At the same age Coulson was when his mother left, his father had stood trial for the tragic death of his own father, MGK's grandfather, in what was ultimately deemed a gun-related accident. Both his father and grandmother were acquitted, but the emotional toll of that event never faded. For years, Coulson didn't understand his father's startled reactions to loud noises or his quiet, withdrawn moments. Only later did he uncover the heavy truth, and with it came a newfound empathy for the man who had once seemed so emotionally distant. Their relationship, like much of Coulson's early life, was complicated. There were times of tension, misunderstanding, and pain. Yet, as MGK matured, he came to see his father not just as a parent, but as a survivor of profound trauma. That understanding deepened their bond, even if it came late. When his father passed away in July 2020, the loss hit hard, a final chapter in a relationship that had taken years to unfold and even longer to comprehend. He also shares his childhood with a sister, though much of his formative years were spent navigating emotional terrain largely on his own. This isolation fueled a hunger to be heard, to create, and to push boundaries, elements that would later define his artistry. The name, Machine Gun Kelly, itself is layered with meaning. While it nods to the infamous gangster George Machine Gun Kelly, Coulson made it his own, transforming the moniker into a symbol of lyrical rapid-fire delivery and untamed energy. What began as a rebellious alias evolved into a brand that captures both his ferocity and vulnerability. Now in his 30s, his age reflects not just years, but growth, personal, artistic, and emotional. From the grit of underground mixtapes to the grandeur of sold-out arena tours, MGK has forged a path that's unapologetically his own. Through music, acting, and an unfiltered public presence, he continues to evolve while holding onto the edge and charisma that first drew fans to him. His journey is not just one of fame, but of survival, healing, and transformation, making every chapter of his life compelling, unpredictable, and undeniably human. Financially, Machine Gun Kelly's rise has been a remarkable ascent powered by grit, ambition, and a relentless creative drive. With a net worth estimated at $25 million, his wealth reflects not only mainstream success, but also his versatility as an artist and entrepreneur. Earning over $7 million annually from music royalties alone, he has crafted a catalog that bridges genres and speaks to a wide spectrum of listeners, proof of staying power in an ever-evolving industry. Beyond the music, his financial portfolio is both strategic and diverse. Acting roles in high-profile films, endorsement deals with major brands, and calculated entrepreneurial ventures have significantly broadened his earning potential. With more than $4 million held in cash reserves and a $3 million investment portfolio, he's built a solid foundation that supports both his lifestyle and future ambitions. His assets include prime real estate, a lineup of exotic vehicles, and even a private yacht, each one adding another layer to the story of his success. His love for luxury cars is a reflection of his unapologetic taste and need for speed. His garage is more than a collection, it's an extension of his personality. Sleek supercars sit alongside rare vintage models, each with its own narrative of triumph, evolution, and daring choices. They aren't just modes of transport, they're milestones, capturing moments from a journey defined by taking risks and defying expectations. The homes he retreats to are equally striking. From a secluded mansion in the hills of Los Angeles to a glass-wrapped penthouse above the buzzing streets of New York, each property offers more than just luxury. It provides a sanctuary where art, ambition, and introspection coexist. These carefully chosen spaces reflect a life that's as much about creative exploration as it is about success. What makes his financial narrative truly compelling isn't just the size of his fortune, but the style in which he carries it. Machine Gun Kelly embodies a new kind of rock star, fearless and extravagant. yet grounded by personal meaning and emotional depth. His wealth isn't just displayed in material form, it's expressed in the way he lives, creates, and continues to evolve. Every decision, every investment, every possession tells a story, one that keeps audiences watching, listening, and coming back for more. In every facet of his life, from relationships and fatherhood to cars, homes, and career moves, he embodies a modern-day rebel who refuses to be boxed in. He lives fast, dreams big, and continues to redefine what it means to be an artist in the 21st century. Still, amidst the lights and noise, he finds time to pause, reflect, and cherish those fleeting, grounding moments with loved ones. It's in that delicate balance between chaos and calm where Machine Gun Kelly truly thrives, embracing self-discovery while living the rockstar life on his own terms. Thank you for watching.